Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, man. Usyk, talking about Usyk versus Fury and Deontay Wilder. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that love and support, man. And honestly, man, I think it's gonna be a really, really good fight between Usyk and either or. Honestly, man, and people gotta understand there's a difference between AJ and Wilder, and AJ and Usyk. It's always has been. Wilder and Fury perform like fighters. They are fighters. When they get hit, and make them want to hit somebody else. When they behind, when the fight is over, they perform like fighters. Maybe when Wilder take an L, it's not like regular fighters, taking the L with all these excuses. But people forget, George Foreman made the same excuses when he fought Ali in the great continent of Africa. So it's not uncommon in boxing for people to make excuses. But on that grand scale, when talking about the costume, which it was J. Diaz, not him talking about the costume. Spiking the water, the gloves, the gloves was flopping before the first fight, but other than that, Wilder performs like a fighter. You can't be down the majority of your fights and still win by knockout and not perform. Not perform like a fighter. And Tyson Fury, obviously a fighter. Got off the canvas versus Steve Cunningham, got off the canvas versus Deontay Wilder, and got up and performed pretty well. So he performs like a fighter. AJ is a bodybuilder, like Tyson Fury said. AJ is not a fighter. How he performs, he did make it through. You gotta give him credit. He could have quit in that fight. He did make it through. But at the end of the 12th round, he just collapsed in the corner. He looked relieved that it was over with. He's a manufactured fighter. Even though Deontay Wilder started boxing late, he performs like a fighter. He tough. He hard. He tough. He hard. He rugged. And say what you want to say. Fury got a 2KO from the towel being thrown, but, Deontay Wilder was willing to die in that ring to win. But you talking about Usyk. Usyk reached a lot last night. You talking about guys that love when you make defensive mistakes. You reach versus Wilder, take one right hand. And Usyk, he do this little thing where he threw the left and he got out the way. I think Deontay Wilder eventually would time him and catch him. Say what you want to say about Wilder, he willing to get hit to get a hit. You don't get this far by doing it. And Usyk just kept, his movement just kept him off balance, kept his head off the line, doing stuff of that nature. But his head did stop when he threw that straight left. He dipped to the side, So, like I said before, could he outbox Wilder for 12 rounds? People outbox Wilder for 10, 12 rounds, and then they go to sleep. And I think it's just a matter of time before he get touched. He's just too small. He got to reach. You see Arthur Spilka made one mistake, and it was he going to sleep. Usyk got to reach to get up to those guys. With Anthony Joshua, he did a great job of hitting a stationary target and keeping them stationary. But I think with Deontay Wilder, I think he going to reach. I think he going to reach ultimately and get cracked. I think you're dealing with a whole different type of speed. You're dealing with a whole different type of, I won't say elusiveness, but looseness. Not a stiff 1, 2, 3 from Anthony Joshua. Not a 1, 2 come back with a hook. That's all Anthony Joshua throw. Nobody ever noticed that. And then he may mix in the uppercut here and there. That's all Anthony Joshua throws. 1, 2 and come back with the hook. That's it. It ain't no double jab right hand. At least with Deontay Wilder, you gonna get that right hand, that 1, 2. That right hand is deadly. And Wilder just got a certain rhythmic movement about him, just something rhythmic about him. It don't look clean, it don't look pretty. But like I said, the way Usyk was reaching last night, he going to sleep. Everybody would say he do that, he going to sleep. The way he was dipping his head to the same side. Wilder may not have the highest IQ in the world, but that right hand gonna make it there. That right hand gonna make it there, man. I'm telling y'all. Can't keep leaning to the same side. I don't even think Wilder understand what it means to fight a southpaw. I think it don't matter to him. He lose rounds versus orthodox. He lose rounds versus a southpaw. He probably lose round versus switcher. I think that right hand and ultimately get there. Can't keep leaning, throwing left hands. And that's something that, the movement is something that these heavyweights ain't seen. That's rare in heavyweights. That you get that movement, like that, but he got to reach, and that's something nobody talking. Well, I ain't really kept my ear to the streets. I've been in Charlotte doing my thing, but he got to reach. And people ain't talking about how he reaching. And when he threw his combination, all his weight is on his front foot. You definitely not gonna get away with that from Tyson Fury. You're gonna lean versus somebody 6'9" who got 2 inches on Wilder, 3 or 4 inches on Anthony Joshua. You're not gonna reach and get away with that. You're not. And then even if you do, you are moving the way you moving. Tyson Fury willing to get hit to close the gap. We seen it versus Steve Cunningham. We seen it versus, we know Wilder and Fury can take a punch, not AJ. And we know when they willing to take punishment to get the win. So we know Fury will close the gap on him. Fury get hit just to close the gap and beat him up. They too big for him. We can say AJ was too big, but AJ it's a manufactured fighter. He's manufactured. He's a manufactured fighter. That's just what it is. He manufactured. Fury and Wilder perform like fighters when they actually perform like fighters. They, with AJ, it's 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3. That's what he is. He's a 1, 2, 3 fighter. Might mix in an uppercut here and there when he's comfortable. We in the rhythm, but he ain't them. With Wilder, you're going to get that too. And when Wilder is the best, you're going to get a good jab and a 2. But it's just something about them that, AJ, he just missing something. He missing something. But, the way Usyk was reaching last night to get to Joshua and able to lean forward, man, he definitely getting dropped at least. He definitely getting dropped. Just pay attention how he reaching for shots. People talk about his movement all day, but he reaching up to punch. He leaning forward, all his weight there. You touch him, you touch him the right way, he gonna drop him. You can't fight with all your weight in the front foot. But Usyk Usyk got his AJ respect. The question is, can he give the bigger rangier guys respect? AJ range, he's just bulky. And versus somebody that's elusive, that fight with a rhythm, and you're not gonna close the distance, you're gonna get picked apart. So it is what it is. But I like Wilder and Usyk. I like Wilder and Fury over both of them. I like Usyk in the rematch, but I like Wilder and Fury over Usyk or AJ. It's just It's different when you fight them. It's different. It's different when you lean forward. It's a matter of time before Wilder just throw that right. And when you touch Wilder, he's perfectly comfortable with getting hit. that don't even sound right, but he perfectly. And Fury is. Fury don't care. You might drop Fury, but he gonna get up and beat your ass. So they perfectly comfortable with getting hit. AJ don't like getting hit. When he get hit, everything fall apart. Everything fall apart like wet cornbread. With Wilder and Fury, they keep their poise under fire. With AJ, when shit ain't going his way, you can tell by his face, you can tell by his mannerisms. He breathing hard, he hunching over. You can tell. You can tell that, he, he don't have no poker face. My poker face. He don't have no poker face. He just, you can see his mannerism tell you shit ain't going his way. It ain't like you hitting Joshua like, damn, man, I'm not hurting this nigga, man. He ain't moving. It ain't like you getting frustrated. It ain't like you frustrated, bro. When you see Joshua, you hit him with a good shot, you feel it. You like, oh, I'm hurting this motherfucker. This big motherfucker ain't tough as I think he thought he was. So that's boxing for you. You gotta be able to perform under fire and act like you're not in the fire. If that makes any sense. So, it is what it is. I like Fury and Wilder over. If Wilder lose, I don't know. If Wilder ever beat Fury, Fury ever beat Wilder or lose to Wilder, I like the winner over Usyk. I think it might be losing. Wilder might be losing, but I think ultimately that right hand, I think Tyson Fury start losing. He gonna do him like he did Steve Cunningham, just lay on him and just abuse Usyk. So I know what he gonna do. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media links in the description. Twitter's the fastest way, Facebook and Instagram, Facebook group. When I advertise the channel, video request, chop it up. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.